peace plan. This includes the establishment of the Temporary International Stabilization Force. I conclude by reaffirming Guyana's commitment to all genuine efforts aimed at achieving a comprehensive, just, and lasting solution to the Palestinian question. I thank you.
Я благодарю представителя Гаяны за ее выступление. Сейчас предоставляю слово представителю Соединенных Штатов.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Deputy Special Coordinator Alakbaya, for your briefing. Colleagues, President Trump's 20-point plan for peace offers a historic opportunity. His diplomacy brought the ceasefire in Gaza with support from around the world. It brought home 20 living hostages who spent 738 days held captive in a living hell. It offers hope for the people of Gaza. It offers hope for the Middle East to turn the page on a millennia of violence and to usher in a new age of peace and prosperity. Under President Trump's leadership, the United States has ended 8 conflicts across the globe over the course of just 8 months. And with the help of our friends in Qatar and Egypt and Turkey and the region, this most recent success may prove to be the greatest opening of them all. This historic success is cause for celebration. It's cause for determination, but it cannot be cause for complacency. As President Trump has said, the job is not done. And in that vein, Hamas must immediately return the bodies of the 13 remaining hostages, including the bodies of American citizens Itaihin and Omer Nutra, as promised under the agreement. Their families, colleagues, their families deserve dignity. And Hamas must likewise follow through on its commitment to disarm. The president is not playing games here. And simply put, Hamas is finished in Gaza and does not have a future there. And if they do not follow through, they are in violation of the ceasefire and will face consequences, severe consequences. The future of Gaza can be one of peace and prosperity. And we also note, as has been noted here today, the extremely disturbing and bloody executions of by Hamas of the people in the streets of Gaza, in broad daylight, on camera, for the world to see. This is further evidence that Hamas is unfit to rule the Gaza Strip, cannot be trusted with the safety of the people in Gaza for a moment longer. And likewise, frankly, many nations have condemned Israel, and those nations should be embarrassed for their silence and for their hypocrisy as Hamas slays its own people. And for the global community that has been protesting and demanding peace for the Palestinian people, for the people of Gaza, where is the outrage? Where is it over these executions we've seen in recent days? Hamas is not just attacking Israelis. It's not just terrorizing hostages underground. It's not just using bodies as psychological warfare on families. They are openly killing their own people for propaganda, in addition to the human shields that they've used over the past years. And candidly, shame on the world for its silence in the wake of these executions. Well, President Trump has not been silent. He has clearly said Hamas terrorists must immediately cease these killings or face their own elimination. So when Hamas complies with the deal, the rebuilding of Gaza will be a major regional and global event. The peace agreement has already resulted in a dramatic increase in the flow of humanitarian aid to the people there, and we will continue to work to deliver aid to scale and meet Gaza's humanitarian needs, rehabilitating its infrastructure, including its hospitals, its roads, its bakeries, its water, its electricity, its sewage systems. We will continue to work with our international partners, with the United Nations, with everyone around the world to scale up the response and deliver aid to the civilians in need. But unfortunately, in the midst of this important work, as President Trump, as Vice President Vance, as Secretary Rubio, and the team work tirelessly to bring peace to the region, the ICJ just issued a nakedly political, but fortunately non-binding, advisory opinion, unfairly bashing Israel and giving UNRWA a free pass for its deep entanglement with Hamas's terrorism. Colleagues, President Trump's peace agreement heralds more than the end of the war in Gaza. With God's help, it will mark the beginning of a strong, stable, and prosperous region, united in rejecting the path of violence, hatred, and terror. But in support of that vision, more broadly, the international community must urge the Iranian regime to give up on its false hope of revolution and forego its ambitions on its neighbors, to stop meddling in the politics of other countries in the region, and to instead engage in direct and good faith dialogue with the United States for the benefit of the Iranian people and the security of the region. Because of tough action on Iranian proxies, we are seeing historic opportunity in Lebanon, in Syria, in Iraq, and across the region. And in this spirit, the United States supports and has supported the reimposition of UN snapback sanctions on the Iranian regime. The regime will continue to face consequences as long as it does not leave its path of destruction. Colleagues, we must continue to press Iran to do what's right for its people and what's best for international peace and regional security. With President Trump's plan, we are closer than ever to realizing the Middle East that generations have dreamt of, a region of peace, prosperity, harmony, opportunity, innovation, achievement. The more we are talking about infrastructure, about rail, about data centers, about AI, the less we will be talking about these historic animosities. And along those lines, we look forward to more countries in the region joining the Abraham Accords. We look forward to a future that can realize this dream. Thank you, colleagues.
Я благодарю представителя Соединенных Штатов за его выступление. Сейчас предоставляю слово представителю Соединенного Королевства.
Thank you, President. I thank Deputy Special Coordinator Alak Barov for his briefing today. Colleagues, for 2 years, the world has witnessed the terrible human cost of the Hamas terrorist attacks of 7 October and the disastrous conflict in Gaza that has claimed so many lives. We are now at an important moment of hope, thanks to President Trump's ceasefire deal. We have witnessed